cross the dark lands surrounding Hargor and venture forth deep into the caves of Dar Kuma. His is a name the world will never forget. He is Dargor.
Thanks to our second guitar player that usually performs with Rhapsody on stage, Dominique Lerken, I had the possibility to meet this French luthier, Christophe Capelli, and to know his wonderful creations. So I decided that he could have been the right person to build me a special instrument. This happened around 4 years ago. And I was playing at that moment with these Ibanez S-series guitars, and before with the Frank Gambale ones, all with the same characteristic, to have a ultra thin body. And this is a great particular that allowed me always on stage to perform with the total freedom and with the dynamism that I need. So this was the basic concept, to build the new guitar. And I designed for Christophe this guitar on a piece of paper with the right dimensions, and then he really obtained the shape that I was dreaming, a little bit violin style. And then we have this particular design in mother pearl on the neck, 22 frets, because I was never able to play with the 24. And of course we have this humbucker from L, and the Seymour Duncan TBH, and the Floyd Royce bridge, and tremolo system. This is the third guitar that Christophe Capelli built for me. Before he built for me a red one, a blue one, and now this white one. It is a little bit the negative of the others. And I mean, this last one was built more thinking out the rhythmic section of Rhapsody. This is the guitar that I will use for sure to record the rhythms of the next Rhapsody album. that's why the neck is a little bit thicker. I rehearsed, let's say, with many guitars now before this, and I have to say that really I found myself playing in a great way with these guitars. Christophe Capelli for me is a genius because he's one man, first of all, that he would never sell himself. With this, I want to say that he doesn't like to go into this industrialized way of creating guitars. He's one man that wants to take care of every little detail of the instrument, so from the first design to the final paint. So he's a crazy guy, he's totally crazy. He lives for building guitars, no? And for example, for this guitar, I think he needed something between 2 and 3 months. No? And this is the secret, the heart of this guitar. No? This warm sound is not something that you can get from these industrial guitars. And so that's why he will be forever, I think, my luthier. He's the man, I think, for me.
This is a very simple rig for USA. There's an hardware sampler and a master keyboard. That's it. So in the hardware sampler, I store all my personal sounds. It's the Akai S6000. I have 6 of them. With one, I'm pretty fine because I load 9 sounds totally, and that's all I need for Rhapsody. This rig and the keyboard are going to remain US for future shows. So basically, as you can see, I have 8 channels, 8 MIDI channels. With 8 channels, I play all the songs. I also have set strings, brass, choirs, bass strings, and all pipe organ, cembalo, and piano. So all the sounds are high quality samples. So that's all I need. This is my favorite keyboard. This is just master keyboard. I have 3 of them, one at home in the studio, one we bought here for USA, and one we have it for Europe. So the good thing about this keyboard is that I command any keyboard, any rack, any hardware sampler. I have easy access of all the sounds, and I can change the volume. And basically that's it. Very nice keys, you know. I love this keyboard because I can keep a chord, change the sound. You know, you don't feel holes in between, you know, so it's a very convenient feature, you know.
When I started to play, maybe, well, I don't know now, maybe 17 years ago, I wanted to learn bass, not only rack bass, so I was really interested by everything which is possible to do with a bass. So I'm interested in every kind of technique, like slapping, tapping. For me, it brings different sounds. In my previous bands, all the time they ask me for a bass solo, and I remember Luca, that's how I met him. The bass solo is in the middle of a song that just had a part for me with a new harmony, and I received this harmony and I composed my bass solo on that harmony. At the end of this song, that there's the drum solo.
Playing the drum solo. This is for me a special part, to get the response of the crowd. For the technical stuff, it's divided in 3 parts. The first part I play with the soundtrack stuff, and the second part is a little bit improvised, and so on.
There is this epic sounds, epic atmosphere.
I really like this music, you know, it's amazing. It's not so easy to play, you know, it's very fast. 3 years ago, I was playing 1 or 2 solos, and then for this tour, Luca asked me, maybe you should play more solos. I said, well, why not? So sometimes I play the solo, he's playing the solo, we play together. Harmonious part, you know, I enjoy because it's always melodic. The parts we have to play together are always so melodic.
In my opinion, we have a very various set list.
Some people sing perfectly the lyrics, and I even saw a few people singing the Italian song as well.
We were thinking about, well, maybe in America, one Italian song, it sounds more exotic.
I do really hope they sing in Italian tonight because I know that they're from Italy, so it just sounds really natural and beautiful.
I really love when the crowd sing together with the band. Some songs, doesn't matter in which city you are, doesn't matter which people are in front, some songs are perfect.
I sang Village of Dwarves for 2 weeks straight after I heard it.
Really looking forward to hearing Dawn of Victory. Holy Thunder Force, that's all I have to say.
Unholy Warcry is my favorite by far.
I really like the Emerald Sword.
I'm really looking forward to hearing Dawn of Victory tonight.
I hope they play Emerald Sword, because God, that song's amazing.
Emerald Sword, in the end, it's perfect. The song is the perfect song to close the concert because everyone is singing with me, and we had actually one chorus in the last part of the song, so we have 3 times the chorus for that reason, because we saw that people like to sing this song, you know, and it's really good to see people that sing together with the band and raise their hands, and it's great because I think these people give some kind of energy to the members of the band. The members keep this energy back, you know, and you play better with much more power and nice atmosphere.
I think they're brilliant musicians, very technical, just love them.
It's like an entire story about knights and kings and dragons, everything.
Wizards.
I think Fabio Leoni is one of the greatest voices in heavy metal.
I like the extreme guitar and keyboard and drums. Just all the melodies and everything about it is just so great.
Rhapsody kicks ass, and I wanted to see Luca to really shred.
Yes, and melt our faces.
Yeah.
No one else plays like them, no one else mixes in with the orchestras, no one writes like them. Just a freaking amazing band.
I guess where they mix classical and operatic styles and things of that nature. You know, it's different.
It's cool.
They're very bombastic. I am all things Rhapsody. They always give over 120% in the packaging, the music, and everything for the fans.
If you don't believe in Jesus, then you don't believe in Rhapsody.
The guitarist is all up and down.
You cannot not listen to their music and just feel it, you know? Get shivers all up and down your back.
It's like nothing I've ever heard before. The lyrics are great.
I like Rhapsody because of the storyline, really. It's very compelling, and they illustrate it well through their music.
I like the epic music.
Best metal to come out of Europe.
Yeah.
It's fast and it's heavy, the way it needs to be.
So the power and emotion in their music means a lot to me.
Rhapsody!
Music that takes you as high as the falcon flies, all right, over the majestic mountains and valleys, makes your blood run wild so you can slay any enemy that stands before you.
I love just the harmony, everything combined at once. I love hearing symphony and heavy metal. It's beautiful.
Thank you for coming to America.
First show in America, we're excited.
Picked up the first Rhapsody CD a couple years ago, and I bought every one ever since.
Some of the stuff Rhapsody does is just amazing and inspirational to me.
Luca really, to me, a guy's a genius.
Congratulations, geniuses. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
I love them. Their music is awesome, man.
We're here to see Rhapsody. Fabio.
I think it's the best drummer in the world.
They're the greatest band I ever seen.
It is like a movie when you're listening to it.
Mixing classical and
Metal music.
Metal music is damn good.
You're damn good.
Thank you.
You're damn good. Woo!
Greatest metal band. Greatest metal band.
Luca Turilli, guitar god.
Rhapsody is one of the most epic bands I've ever heard in my life. They are absolutely amazing.
It's absolutely great.
They're the most epic band on the fucking planet.
I like Rhapsody because it's got the beauty of music that's soothing and all of medieval times with metal.
Rage.
On this bloody dawn, I will wash the soul
And Kron.
to call the
like
spirit of vengeance. Only 3 angel hours to go. 3 angel hours, 20 dragon minutes.
We're ready.
They just inspire me, dude. To just like grab a sword and beat the hell out of anything.
He played very good the guitar, and he make the good music for that.
They're epic. Dragons, warriors, swords. It's great.
Film score metal rules!
They're epic symphonic metal.
Great. Best band in the world.
The fantasy themed lyrics are a big part of why I like them, because I like all that kind of stuff.
Fucking musicianship. Fucking amazing at everything they do with their instruments. Fucking great.
Because they're fucking awesome.
Rhapsody fucking rocks.
They fucking rock, man. I can't wait. This is the first time I'm seeing them.
They're fucking great. They're just fucking trailblazers. They create their own fucking style of metal.
Rhapsody is the ultimate and fucking epic experience, man.
Because they're fucking badass.
Personally, I'm a big fan of Rhapsody because of the Dragon. I've made a one-year campaign of Dungeons & Dragons about Rhapsody. And when I said to my gamers that it was Rhapsody music that inspired me for the campaign, they said that it was the best game they ever had. And they hate me for that because I never tell them before about it.
Bon, la musique est entraînante, c'est vraiment trippant. Il y a de la magie sur scène, c'est super.
I wanted to come on stage on horses and fight.
Moi, je suis un fan de Rhapsody par leur conception qui est quand même assez forte dans leur musique, autant de leurs textes qui sont profonds puis qui amènent une certaine progression, autant du début des CD qui c'était beaucoup plus calme, à la fin de la dernière série, pas série, mais à la fin de la saga qui était beaucoup plus hard. À ce moment-là, on peut vraiment voir une progression qui est quand même très intéressante à écouter. Donc c'est pour ça que je suis un fan.
Ils sont vraiment bons, là. Puis surtout la guitare, j'aime bien. Puis le chanteur, il est vraiment bon.
Le style de la musique, c'est pas trop agressif, c'est doux, ça s'entend très bien.
Parce que j'ai commencé en écoutant Rhapsody tout simplement, puis ça m'a tout ouvert les portes dans la culture power metal.
Je dirais que c'est toute l'atmosphère du groupe. Je suis quelqu'un qui aime beaucoup le Moyen-Âge, donc le groupe, c'est sûr que j'aime ça.
Je suis vraiment excitée de voir Rhapsody à Québec.
Rhapsody, à mon avis, c'est un des meilleurs groupes mélodiques qu'il peut pas avoir. Puis c'est surtout qu'eux, ils chantent des légendes, c'est ce qui est plus intéressant. Puis ça, c'est ce qui me fait accrocher. Surtout Luca Turilli, je l'ai direct dans le cœur.
Rhapsody's a good band, they play good metal, they've got a cool, mystical sound to them, which is pretty cool.
They're probably the most original and fantastic band in the world.
It fills you with power. It makes you just want to you can do whatever you want.
It's really great to be at one of their first shows throughout the U.S.
Because they're fucking god, man. I've been listening to them forever. They're friggin' awesome.
They have the coolest choruses and they're epic.
I have loved them for 7 years since their debut.
This one right here.
What do you think of that?
It's pretty much the best CD I got.
I listened to Rhapsody from Dawn of Victory, and I think that the first time I listened to this album, I listened it for all the day.
They're the most epic, awesome, most talented band I've ever heard in my entire life. They're so good. I cannot even believe the talent that flows from this fucking band. They're amazing. That's all I have to say about them.
I'm really anxious to see them live on stage, finally.
They're metal. They're like one of my favorite bands.
Because they're driven by the power of the dragon flame!
They're so epic. That's why I like Rhapsody. That's all.
Atlanta, Georgia, Georgia Peaches.
Yeah, cheap peaches.
Atlanta, Georgia. Masquerade.
In the Masquerade.
Man-O-War with Rhapsody. They got it right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
We're in New York
City.
Today we're BB King's Blues Clubs in New York. Disney World, Orlando, Florida, Rhapsody.
We're here in Disneyland to see Rhapsody.
The reception was great, the crowd was great, and hopefully we'll be back very soon, guys.
We didn't expect this. It was a big surprise for us, and I hope we will be back as soon as possible.
It was a great tour from the first day till the last. The people were great, and we share really the energy with these great people, and we hope really to come back.
Take care and stay heavy.